how are you? My name is Dzoe Ahmad, and I am from Zimbabwe. And yeah, I am super excited to be sharing my journey with you. So, guys, my story is titled "I'm a Trans Woman and I'm Worthy of Love." Once again, I'm from Zimbabwe. Yes, thank you so much. Do. So, anyway, we'll just go straight dive into my story. I hope I'll be able to speak. But anyways, our bodies are not designed by craftsmen. They reflect how we feel. They affirm our individuality. I was born in Nisgodini, a small mining town in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe, where drunkards made of each other to fight for gold territory. It was hell on earth. Poverty and hardship were around me. Fear sat close to my heart. This toxic environment steeped into my soul. I survived by denying my true identity as a transgender person and tolerating shameful names people called me with. I created hard shell to protect me from the outside world. My mother often said to me, exposure is the eye opener. Surely she was right. In 2018, I moved to Bulawayo, which is the second largest city in Zimbabwe. At first, I was afraid of the speeding cars and the street vendors' shouts. I was just a trans girl from the small mining town. Being in the city meant boldly navigating unfamiliar spaces and protecting myself from gaze of strangers. But soon, some of these strangers became friends. I was introduced to Trans Research Education Advocates and Training, which is an organization based in Bulawayo that works in promoting human rights violation of trans people across Zimbabwe. They are met people like me, ooh, trans sisters. they didn't they didn't apologize or make any excuses of who they were. They were living their truth. I was so shocked to see such freedom in Zimbabwe. Was I in Joburg? I asked myself, was I dreaming? Surely I wasn't. How could people live so openly? For people with knowledge around law, for people who understood human rights, my childhood dream was already a reality. I felt born again. I broke into tears, and truly my emotions were mixed. My president, my community, my country had always told me LGBTI people are worse than pigs and dogs. But at treat, people told me I was beautiful and worth. Mm. My mind was racing. I needed answer, and I needed closure of who I was. But these questions they remain unanswered because I had the answer. I was carrying the answer to everything that I had speculated with. In 2019, I was appointed as the program's coordinator and started working to empower human rights defenders to improve legislative framework and non-discriminatory environment for LGBTI people in the Southern Africa. As my work with treats advanced, so I did with my gender transitioning. I crafted a Hollywood image of myself. I aimed for perfection in everything that I did, or in everything that I do currently. I went above and beyond in everything I did. I forget to take care of my mental health. Enter 2020, the COVID pandemic sent Zimbabwe into lockdown. I couldn't access my expensive hormones from Botswana. The body I had spent years refining and perfecting to affirm my gender identity started disappearing into thin air. Months went by. I lost hope. My self esteem plumped. This new reality became a nightmare. And then I started reflecting. I started reflecting on myself and my journey. I asked the halls of my apartment, why do we spend so much money on things that are temporal? But there were no responses to this question. Trans people change their bodies to gain affirmation from themselves, from society. But how do we transition our souls? That's a huge question. As I lost some of my gender affirming body features, I gain an appreciation of how diverse and wide trans spectrum truly is. If trans people I know and love can be happy in all different shapes and stages and sizes, why can't I? Sitting alone at home, watching my body change against my will, I've I learned I've learned the power of self-esteem, self-love. No matter how I look, I'm a transgender woman. I am worthy of love. That's my pillar of strength. I've learned I've learned to find happiness in my current situation rather than dwelling on a dwindling past that would hate my present. I am comfortable on the white street of Blawayo now. Traffic lights clicks from yellow to red, but I stay focused on the green light that keeps me going. Hormones or not, I found my true self. Our bodies mean nothing without the right mindset. If we create positive narratives, if we nurture our mental health, we can find inner peace and radiant love to the world. Let your inner beauty shine out, baby.